If you're a fan of true crime, then you need to hear about one of the most haunting unsolved cases in history. This is the story of The Boy in the Box, a case that has baffled investigators, haunted the public, and remained unsolved for over 6 decades. It's a tale of tragedy, mystery, and the relentless pursuit of justice. In February 1957, a college student exploring the woods of Philadelphia made a gruesome discovery: the remains of a young boy badly beaten and laid to rest inside an old bassinet box. The boy, estimated to be between 3 and 7 years old, was found naked, wrapped in a flannel blanket. His hair had been crudely cut, and his body bore the signs of severe malnutrition and physical abuse. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community and marked the beginning of a long and arduous investigation. To this day, his identity remains a mystery. The boy had no identification, and despite extensive efforts, no one came forward to claim him. The case quickly garnered media attention, and the boy became known as the Boy in the Box. Flyers with his image were distributed nationwide, and his story was featured in newspapers and on television. Yet, despite the widespread coverage, the boy's identity and the circumstances of his death remained elusive. Despite numerous leads, authorities have never been able to piece together the boy's story. The investigation was exhaustive, involving hundreds of interviews, door-to-door inquiries, and the examination of countless records. Detectives followed up on every tip, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. They explored the possibility that the boy was a missing child from another state, but no matches were found. The case grew colder with each passing year, but the determination to solve it never waned. One woman, Martha, claimed her abusive mother had bought the boy, subjecting him to unimaginable abuse. Martha's story was both compelling and disturbing. She described how her mother had purchased the boy from his birth parents in 1954 and had kept him hidden in their basement. According to Martha, the boy was subjected to severe beatings and neglect, ultimately leading to his death. Her account includes specific details that match the autopsy findings, such as the boy's last meal of baked beans and the presence of water-pruned fingers, suggesting he had been submerged in water shortly before his death. Her story matched several autopsy findings, including the boy's last meal and his water-pruned fingers, but her history of mental illness cast doubt on her reliability. Investigators were torn. On one hand, Martha's account provided a plausible explanation for the boy's injuries and the circumstances of his death. On the other hand, her history of mental illness and the lack of corroborating evidence made it difficult to fully trust her testimony. The case remained open, but Martha's lead ultimately did not result in a resolution. Another lead came from a psychic who described a foster home near where the boy was found without ever having seen it. The psychic's description was eerily accurate, detailing the layout of the property and the presence of a bassinet similar to the one the boy was found in. This lead intrigued investigators, as it seemed to offer a new direction for the case. Remington Bristow, an employee at the examiner's office, followed this lead and discovered a bassinet matching the one the boy was found in, along with eerily similar blankets. Bristow was a dedicated investigator who had been deeply affected by the case. He spent years pursuing various leads, often at his own expense. The discovery of the bassinet and blanket seemed like a breakthrough, but without concrete evidence linking them to the boy, the lead eventually went cold. Yet with no incriminating evidence, this lead too went cold. The foster home was thoroughly investigated, and while there were some suspicious circumstances, nothing definitive was found to connect the residents to the boy's death. The case continued to frustrate and confound those who worked on it. Over the years, the case of the Boy in the Box has seen numerous theories and speculations. Some have suggested that the boy was the victim of a human trafficking ring, while others believe he may have been the child of an unwed mother who abandoned him to avoid scandal. Despite the passage of time, the case has never been forgotten. It remains a topic of discussion among true crime enthusiasts and a source of fascination for those who seek to uncover the truth. Modern technology like facial reconstruction and DNA testing has provided glimpses into who he might have been, but no one has come forward to claim him. Advances in forensic science have allowed investigators to create a more accurate representation of the boy's appearance and to extract DNA from his remains. These efforts have led to the creation of a genetic profile that can be compared to potential relatives. However, despite these advancements, the boy's identity remains unknown. The haunting case of the boy in the box remains one of the most perplexing, unsolved mysteries in true crime history. It is a case that has touched the hearts of many and continues to inspire efforts to bring closure to the boy's story. The determination to solve this case is a testament to the enduring human spirit and the relentless pursuit of justice. As we look to the future, there is hope that new technologies and fresh perspectives will finally unravel the mystery of the boy in the box. Until then, his story serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of compassion, perseverance, and the quest for truth.